In this video, we're going to talk about the reasons why you should not live in Gig Harbor. Yep, that's right, not live here. So guess what? This video will probably be a little short, but we're going to get started on it right now. Hey everyone, my name is Darren Rivers. I am the Northwest Realtor and welcome to Living in Gig Harbor, Washington. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, tap that little bell so you get all your notifications of my weekly videos. I send out videos just about every week about Gig Harbor, what this area has to offer, everything about it. I've been a resident here, going on like 26 years, raised my kids here. Be happy to help you learn everything there is to know about the area and consider if it's the right place for you and your family to live or not. In this video, we're going to talk about why not to live here. There's not many reasons why not to, but we'll go over some of the disadvantages of the area just so you're fully aware of what you're getting into. So stay tuned, and all my information is right there. So give me a call, send me a text message, put a comment in the comment section of this video, whatever you need. I'll reach back out to you and help you out in any way I can. So let's get started right now. All right, so the number one reason why not to live in Gig Harbor, it's just a little higher price than some of the surrounding areas. Our average price point right now, this is already March 2022. Anyway, it's just about $700,000 for a single family residence. That's kind of the going rate. If you cross over into the Kitsap County line, you go up into Port Orchard or Bremerton, you drop several $100,000. You go across the Tacoma Narrows Bridge into Tacoma, and again, you drop several $100,000 on the median home price, okay? Of course, in all of the areas, you have your really high price homes that are these beautiful multi-million dollar type things for sure. But in the neighboring areas outside of Gig Harbor, you also have a lower end of the scale, some of the lower demographic. You don't find that nearly as much here in Gig Harbor. So it's just more expensive here, which of course leads to expenses with everything. If your housing price is higher, well, of course your property taxes are higher. And all that stuff, goods and services and all that sort of stuff, that's kind of the same, all across the region. But to buy a house or to rent a house even here in Gig Harbor is going to be definitely more expensive than the surrounding areas. So that's a knock. Now, with that price, you get the benefits of it. I mean, it's beautiful, it's clean, there's no crime. I mean, gosh, look behind me. This is in your backyard. So you pay for it. That's the negative, but it's pretty darn nice. Number two reason why not to live in Gig Harbor, and this kind of dovetails off of the number one reason, is that it's expensive, is there's a lot of neighborhoods here that have HOA dues, which just add to your expense. So, and I mean, there's a number of them around. There's a few that don't get me wrong, but there's a number of neighborhoods with HOAs, and they can range anywhere from as little as $2,500 a month, or gosh, they can go up to $150, $175 a month for HOA, and that includes things like neighborhood park maintenance, street maintenance, common area maintenance, things like that. If you're in a condo, that's going to double or triple. They're going to go up to, $300 a month, $550 a month. There's a lot more involved in a condo. Obviously, you own only the walls in. So some of the HOA goes towards capital expenses like roof, exterior paint, siding, windows, anything on the outside. So condo HOA associations are a lot higher. But that's going to be wherever you go, not necessarily here in Gig Harbor, but the neighborhood HOAs, there's just a lot of them in Gig Harbor. So it's something to watch out for. Number three reason why to consider not moving to Gig Harbor is becoming the traffic again. So let me give you a little history. Back in like 2006, there was one bridge going over to Tacoma from Gig Harbor. And in the mornings heading to Tacoma, it was a nightmare. I mean, it took an hour to go, not very far. And then, of course, coming back during rush hour in the afternoon, coming back to Gig Harbor, same thing. It was an absolute disaster on that bridge. They built the new bridge, 2006, 2007, somewhere right in there. Completely alleviated the traffic. I mean, it was 10 miles and it was a 10-minute commute. It was really, really nice. Now, the downside of that is you had a bridge toll going from Gig Harbor to Tacoma, which is still in place to this day. If you have a good to go pass, it's $5.25. If you don't, it's $6.25 to cross over into Tacoma. There's no toll coming back, just the one way. But that is a consideration if you're commuting to Tacoma or Seattle area every day from Gig Harbor and you have a good to go pass, it's $525 or $500. That would be expensive. $5.25 per day to cross that bridge. But now the traffic has started up again, and it's not so much the bridge, it's different. Now, especially, I don't notice it until the evenings because my day's getting a little bit started a little later than the morning rush hour, so I don't see it at all in the mornings. But coming home in the afternoons or early evening, it's no problem in Tacoma and getting across the bridge. But now when you get into Gig Harbor and you hit the Olympic exit, there's a slowdown all of a sudden. And it's not awful yet. It slows down. You kind of do stop and go for 5 or 10 minutes max. And then once you hit the Willachet exit and pass that a little bit, then you just free back up again. So it's not a huge delay, but it's a sign of things coming. More and more and more people are moving to the area. They're building more and more houses. Our population has exploded in recent years, which is causing this. So traffic is kind of a consideration, especially the exits right off the Olympic exit and the Willachet exit. Point Fosdick and Olympic is the worst intersection known to mankind. I swear, it's just busy. A lot of people kind of come funneling through there to get to the freeway and heading out to their neighborhoods. So it's not LA, it's not downtown Seattle, it's not New York, it's nothing like that. But for what we are used to, it's starting to become an issue and something that you got to plan for as far as your commute time and maybe plan around. So that's something to keep an eye on if you're thinking about coming to this area. Traffic, it's kind of becoming an issue here. The number 4 reason why not to move to Gig Harbor is the geography. Okay, so there's Gig Harbor proper, which is just kind of small. There's like 10,000 people that live in Gig Harbor proper, and that's just the city limits. But the unincorporated area all around it is much larger, and we have a population of about 40,000 people. And some of it is kind of far out there. It just takes a while to get there. So, downtown is a little more dense. It's kind of full. There's not many houses for sale because it's just low inventory. So, to find a home here in Gig Harbor, you might be a little bit off the freeway. So places like Fox Island, Kopachuk, you get up to Point Richmond, things like that. It takes 15, 20 minutes to get there from the freeway. So if you're a commuter and you need to go to Tacoma or up to Bremerton or over to Seattle for work on a regular basis, it's going to take you a while just to get to the freeway. Now, some people like that. Some people want to be off the beaten path, just have a little bit more privacy, a little bit more acreage, not be in a densely, city environment or a suburban environment. And if that's what you want, well then by all means, come here. There's plenty of places for that. But if you want something ease commute and, close to the freeway and close to the grocery stores and close to things like that, you're going to be a little bit more limited. Gig Harbor's pretty spread out. Look at it on a map. Lots of little channels and inlets and bays, and it's kind of spread out, and you could be out there quite a ways, still be in Gig Harbor, but you're a little ways out there. So the geography, while some people like it and it's beautiful, it's just going to be a little bit longer of a drive for you to get to some things that you need to get to. So keep that in mind when you're looking for homes in this area. How far is it to get to the things that you want to get to on a regular basis? The number 5 reason not to move to Gig Harbor, Washington, and this is just going to be a list, okay? If you don't like nice, clean, if you don't like good schools, if you don't like beauty like this, like the water behind me, if you don't like a sense of community, if you don't like that there's no crime and there's no real homeless problem and everybody's friendly and all that, if you don't like any of that, well then don't come here. This is not your area. Gig Harbor's great. It is a beautiful area. There's tons of activities. It's got a real sense of community. It is safe. It's clean. The schools are fantastic. The houses are lovely. Your value in the home will just appreciate and grow and grow and grow, just like it has. I mean, it has everywhere, but it has dramatically here. So if you're not looking for that stuff, well then don't come to Gig Harbor. It's not the area for you. But if you want all of those things of just a really, really nice place to live, Gig Harbor, Washington is really a place to consider. And please reach out to me. Again, I'll put all my info right here, my phone number and my email address. Reach out to me in any way you like. Share this video with somebody. Maybe it'd be beneficial to them. Reach out to me. My team and I field calls all the time. Help lots of people learn about the area and move to the area. We'd be happy to help you out as well. My name is Darren Rivers, and I will see you on the next video.